Hi, I'm Maria from CrochetAtoZ, and in this tutorial we will go over the half double crochet. The half double crochet falls between a single crochet and a double crochet, which is determined by the size and the height. I have made my slip knot and I chained 15. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start working our half double crochets. We're going to count 3 V's from the hook back, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to yarn over and go from that third chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to go in there, pull up, yarn over, pull through 3, yarn over, go into the next chain, pull up, yarn over, pull through 3, yarn over, into that next chain, pull up, yarn over, pull through 3. And we're going to keep doing that until we get to the end of this row. So let's keep doing it. Sometimes it might be hard to get into your chains because depending on how tightly you chain and how tightly you crochet. So sometimes it might be easy. It depends on what your mood is a lot of times, or if you just a tendency to crochet either looser or tighter. Neither one is wrong, as I've said before in my other videos. So you just follow through and you just keep going until you get to the end of this set of chains. And in our last stitch, you yarned over again like we did all the other. We pulled up, we yarn over, and pull through 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 2, 1, 2. We're going to turn our work around, and we're going to go into that same chain, same place where we did our chain, 2 chains. We're going to go in, we're going to pull up, we're going to yarn over, pull through 3, yarn over, go into the next one, and we're going to do this till the end. Some people use that 2 chains as their first stitch, their first half double crochet. I like to make my half double crochet right in there, or whatever stitch that I'm using, because I find that it makes the work stronger at the end. Because then if I want to work a border, I have something more to grab onto. I think it finishes off the piece much nicer. Some designers don't do that. I like to follow that rule of thumb when I'm crocheting, and that's totally up to you. You can count that as your first half double crochet, or you can put another one right in that area if you want to make your stitch tighter, or your ending a little bit, I don't want to say neater, I just want to say it'll just give, to me it gives strength to the end of your work. So here we go again, and we're going to go into that last stitch. And sometimes it's hard because you've already got 2 chains in there, but you're going to go right into that half double crochet, pull up, and go through. Now you're going to, once again, chain 2, turn your work around, yarn over, go into that same area where you made your half double crochet, pull up, yarn over, and pull through. And you're going to see that you're going to note that these are your 2 double crochets. I'm sorry, your 2 chains, and then this is your half double crochet. So you're going to notice that this is your 2 chains and that this is your half double crochet. It's going to me it makes the ends look stronger, and to me it makes it look neater. So this is what I like to do. You may not feel that way, and you may do just your 2 chains and then count that as your half double crochet stitch, your first one. So we're going to keep going. Yarn over, next And what you have to remember with this all the time for your half double crochet is you always have to remember to yarn over first before you go into your chain. And the last thing you have to remember is to pull through 3. So, and as you keep going, you're going to get familiarized. It's going to be embedded in your brain that this is what you're going to do. You're just going to say, you won't even have to think about it after you do it a few times. You're just going to know. You know, like I say before, if you're watching TV, you're going to know. And if you realize that you've made a mistake, you're going to be able to tell. You know, say you went in there and instead of doing a half double crochet, you did a double crochet. You're going to be able to tell by the look of the stitch. So you just pull it out and you make your half double crochet. So here we go. This is our last half double crochet that we have to go into. And sometimes the yarn will split, or if I've gone in there too tightly, which I have, the yarn will split. And this is always good to see that does happen. So there you go. And you're going to go in there and just pull up. It's good to see little things that happen as you go along in real time. So you say, oh, that happens. Yeah, it happens. It's not you. You're just... So we're going to, like I said, yarn over, pull through 3. And we just keep going along. And as you keep going, you'll just get used to what you're doing. And like I said, one of the things that might happen is you might forget to yarn over. So you pull it out. You might not make the right stitch. You might make a double crochet instead of a half double crochet. So you'll go and you'll just pull it out. You know, you're watching a show and you're just going along and saying, oh dear, that doesn't look right. So you pull it out. You fix your mistake. We don't get crazy about our mistakes, and then you just fix it. And that will happen, like I said, like when I went in and I split my yarn, then I fixed it. I turned around, I said, oh, I'm splitting my yarn. I have to get out of here. It's tight. I'm holding my work tight because that's the way I crochet. So I just take care of it. I pull it out and I fix myself, and then I take care of it and move on. So again, you're going to chain 2. You're going to turn it around. You're going to yarn over, go into where you made your chain 2. You're going to go right in there. You're going to pull it up, yarn over, pull through 3. Yarn over, and you're going to pull through. And you'll get, like I said, you'll get comfortable with doing this. It'll just become second nature after you've done it for a while. Now, what can you make with this? You can make a lot of stuff with this. You can make an Afghan with it, with this stitch. You can make pot holders with this stitch. You can make face cloths with this stitch. You can make scarves with this stitch. It's a real pretty stitch, and it's a nice stitch for beginners. And so you can make a lot of things with this stitch. And now I'm going to show you. Look how pretty that is. That's a pretty stitch. So there's a lot of things that you can make with this stitch, so don't be afraid. And what you can also do is you could make 2 rows of double crochets, a row of single crochets, and 2 rows of half double crochets. So you can change it up and say, well, I know how to make a single crochet, and I know how to make a double crochet, and I know how to make a half double crochet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a scarf, or I'm going to make a blanket, and you write it all down, what you want to do, and you say, okay, I'm going to make my scarf or my blanket, and I'm going to start it with two rows of half double crochets, and then in the middle of that, I'm going to put a single crochet, 2 rows of single crochets, and then after that, I'm going to put, double crochets. You're going to like mix it up. So you could do 2 doubles, 2 singles, and 2 half doubles. So there's a lot of ways that you can change this up to make something that you really like, especially as you go forward and you learn the different stitches. So don't be afraid to try new things, and don't be afraid to do that, to say, well, yep, I'm going to do that. I'm going to change it up a little bit. Instead of making all half double crochets, I'm going to change it up. Half double crochets, double crochets, and single crochets. You'll have a piece of work that's really beautiful. You'll have a real nice project that you'll be proud of, because not only because you put it together and you did it, but because you found different ways to make it interesting, and you just tried different things. So don't be afraid to do that even when you're starting out. And this is Maria from Crochet A to Z. Thank you, and have a great day.